Okay, that is a direct question. What you need to do is you just need to find LCM. It's a direct, they have given 136, 144, 168, right? And you need to find HCF also. And we know the method, you will prime factorize it. So what is 136? 136 is 2 raised to 3 into 17. What about 144? 144 is 12 into 12. So what is that? 3 square into 2 raised to 4, right? What about 168? You will get 2 cube into 3 into 7. Now, how to get the LCM? You will take all the numbers which are involved. 2 is there, 3 is there, then 2 is there, 3 is there, 7 is there, then 17 is there, right? With the highest power. So, what is the highest power of 2? Highest power of 2 you can see as 3. Highest power of 3 you can see as 2. Highest power of 7 is 1 and 17 is 1. So, this is your LCM. Okay, this is your LCM. Now what is HCF? HCF, you have a faster method which we have already discussed. What you will do, you will take the least difference between any two numbers, right, which is given. There are 3 numbers, so you'll take the least difference, you will get it here. Okay, so 136, 144, you will get the difference as 8. Now you got the least difference, but immediately you cannot conclude that this is your HCF. What you need to do, you need to check whether the number is, all the 3 numbers are divisible by 8 or not. So if you check here, all the 3 numbers are divisible by 8. So I'll take it as my HCF. Okay, so your LCM is 2 cube into 3 square into 17 into 7, and your HCF is 8. Okay, so you on one first case you prime factorized, second case you can directly write. Now otherwise from the prime factorization also you can find HCF. How will you get? Okay, you just need to see the common terms, right? So if you see 17 is only here, it is not there, 7 is only here, and if you see the first thing, there is no 3 involved. So only 2 is common, and how many 2's are common? Here 3 2's are there, here 4 2's are there, here 3 2's are there. So only 3 2's are common. That is nothing but 8. Okay, so HCF we have discussed in 2 ways, either through prime factorization or through taking the difference across, right? And you'll take the least difference, and always keep in mind least difference may not be your HCF all the time. What you need to do, you need to check also, right? Now if you are checking here, it has satisfied the condition, so you'll mark it as HCF. If not, what you will do, your HCF will be there in the factors of the difference, so you'll check for the next factor of 8, right? That is 4. If that is not satisfied, you will check for 2. If that also not satisfied, your HCF is 1. Okay. Now otherwise, how will you find HCF? You have another method also, LCM and HCF. You will divide all the 3, okay, by 2 starting with, and you can proceed. Okay, you already know, I'm not discussing and I'm not wasting my time here. Okay, now next question, what is given? There are some boxes lying in a straight line. Okay, that means every 6th box contains one item, every 8th box contain another item, and every 9th contain another item, right? So, and you are asked to find which box will contain all the item, not which box. What will be the first box to have all the 3 items? There can be many other possible numbers also, but what they have asked is first box. They can ask you the 10th box also. Okay. So let's see what are the possible questions and the method in which you can solve this question. They are asking nothing but the LCM only here. This is also application of LCM. Okay, what they're saying, every 6th box one item is there. Okay, so that you can see 6, 12. That item will be there in every 6th box. That means 6th box, 12th box. That means the multiples of 6, right? 18 box, 24 box, right? 30th box, etc. It will go, right? Every 8th box contains second item. So 8. Then it will go in the multiples of 8, right? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, right? Now every 9th box, that means 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, etc. it will go. And they are asking what? They are asking, there will be a box here where you can find this item, and this item. Okay, so basically that is a common multiple of all the 3. And that is the least common multiple, so basically I need to find LCM. They are not asking you any number where you can find all the items. They are asking you the first such box, that means the least common multiple. That number must be divisible by 6, that number must be divisible by 8, that number must be divisible by 9 also. That means that number will be a multiple of all the three. Then only you can see all the three items in that box, right? So what you need to do is you need to find LCM and you will get it as 72. What does it mean? 72nd box will contain all the three items which is mentioned here. Why? Because 72 is a multiple of 6, 72 is a multiple of 8, 72 is a multiple of 9. Or you can put it in this way also, 72 is divisible by 6, divisible by 8, divisible by 9. So the item which is there in the 6th box will be there in 72. The item which is there in the 8th box will also be there in 72. The item which is there in the 9th box will also be there in the 72nd box. So your answer for this question is 72. They can also ask you a question like what will be the 11th box? Okay, what will be the 11th such possible number? So you understood that this is a first such possible number is 72nd box. Next 72nd box will also contain all the three items. Next 72nd box will also contain all the three items, because we are actually looking for the multiples of 72, right? So if you see, this forms a series like 72 plus 72k, and you can get an AP here. Okay, AP with the first term 72 and a common difference of 72. Okay, so first term 72, common difference of 72. Now you got an AP, so any question which can be asked from AP can be asked here also. So they can ask you what is the 11th such possible box, or what will be the number of the 11th such possible box, where you get all the three items, right? So what you need to do is you need to find 11th term, and we know how to find nth term in an AP, right? A plus n minus 1 into d. So here if you substitute, what is A? A is 72 plus n minus 1 means 11th term, so 10d, right? 10 into 72. So we know that 792. Okay, so 792nd box, if you check, that will be the 11th such possible box where you find all the three items which is mentioned, because 792 is a multiple of 6, it's a multiple of 8, it's a multiple of 9, and that is the 11th such possible number. Okay, or they can ask you another question in a different way. How many such possible boxes are there? How many such possible boxes are there within a range of 1 to 800? Within a range of 1 to 800. So we know the first such possible number is 72. We got it already. Okay, 72 is the first such possible box, and they're asking you within 800 how many such boxes are there. So I am only looking for the multiples of 72. So what I need to do, to find the multiple of 72 less than 800, I'll do this division. 72, I see the remainder I'll get as 8. I have to see this, right? I'll divide 800 by 72 and see what is the remainder. I'll get remainder 8. What does it mean? There is an 8 difference from the multiple of 72. So 792 will be a multiple of 72. I subtract that 8, I'll get a multiple of 72, and that is the number which is just less than 800, which is a multiple of all the three, where you get all the three items. So I know the first term, I know the last term, I know this is a question from AP, right? What is the answer? If I am asked to find how many such terms are there between this first term, last term, I know the common difference also 72. So what is your answer? Last term minus first term divided by common difference plus 1. So here last term is 792 minus first term is 72 divided by common difference, that is 72, plus 1. If you do, you'll get your answer. What is this term? 720 by 72, 10, 10 plus 1, 11. So 11 such possible terms are there. In fact, we got 792 as the 11th term earlier. Okay, so these are the possible questions which can be asked from here. What is the first possible box? What is the common difference? And if it is going to make a series, because you are just adding the LCM only, so this may not be possible. What is the nth such possible box? How many possible boxes are there? They will not just ask you how many possible boxes are there, because it ends up in infinity, right? They can ask you how many such possible boxes are there within a range of like let's say 1 to 500 or 1 to 1000. Okay, 1000 boxes are there. 1000 boxes are arranged in a straight line. Every sixth box contains this item. Every eighth box contains this item. Every ninth box contains the third item. So total 1000 boxes are there. How many boxes will contain all the three items? So you just got the answer, the method. So if it was 800 boxes arranged in a straight line, you will get 11 such boxes. Okay, so what is given in the question? Three persons, A, B, C, they are walking around a circle, right, with 1200-meter circumference, okay, and the speed is given, right, 60 meter per minute. Second person, 40 meter per minute. Next person, 30 meter per minute. Okay, so the speed is given. What they are asking, when they will be again at the starting point together again, right? So when all the three will come to the starting point again. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to see when A is reaching at the starting point, B when B will reach the starting point, and C when they reach the starting point, because all the the speeds are different, right? Anyway, this question we have discussed in detail in speed distance time, but I'm just discussing it here. I'm confining to LCM only. Okay, here you just need to find the LCM only, and what LCM is what you need to see, right? See here, A will take how much time to complete a round? A will complete a round in 20 minute, right? A will complete a round in 20 minute because 60 meter per minute, right? B will complete in 30 minute. C will complete in 40 minute. Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? A will complete a round means A will reach here. A will reach the starting point. So every 20th minute A will reach the starting point. Every 30th minute B will reach the starting point. Every 40th minute C will reach the starting point. Now if you see, what you are asked to find out is, okay, A will reach the starting point every 20th minute. That means 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120, etc. Okay, B will reach the starting point in every 30th minute. That means 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, etc. C will reach the starting point in every 40th minute, right? So 40, 80, 120, 160, etc. So now if you look into this itself, you can understand they all will be there at the starting point at the 120th minute, right? So what is the speciality of 120? 120 is a common multiple of all the three, right? Or I can put it in this way, 120 is divisible by 20, 30 as well as 40. So 120 is the LCM of 20, 30, 40. So here you need to find out the LCM. Now one more thing which I need to tell you is, see, some students will directly take the LCM here without looking into the detail or without thinking that it is the speed is given. You will directly take the LCM, and luckily you will get the answer correct here. Even if you take the LCM here, you will get it as 120. But the method is correct. What you need to do is, you need to see the time taken to complete the round, right? Because what they are asked is the time, when they will be together again. When means time. So with this you cannot do. You need to convert it to time, because the distance is given, speed is given. Find the time taken by each person, see when they will be in the starting point again, and take the LCM. Okay. Okay, what is given in this question? You have four metal rods, right? The length is given 78, 104, 117 and 169, right? What you are asked to find out? You need to cut into parts of equal length, right? And each part must be as long as possible. So the moment you see as long as possible or the greatest possible, etc., you understood that this is an application of HCF, or this is something which is related to HCF, right? And after that, so it's not only confined to HCF, and after that you need to do something. What is the maximum number of pieces that can be cut? Okay, so what I'm looking for is, see, I have four different rods, right, with different length. So this is of 78, this is of 104, this is of 117, and this is of 169, right? So I need to cut into equal, all the four rods I need to cut into equal size, so that there should not be any wastage. Okay, and the size should be same. Okay, so what is the greatest such possible size, so that there will not be any wastage and everything could be cut in the same size. Okay, so what you need to do is, you need to find the HCF first. So what you will get is, you will get the maximum size in which you can cut the four rods without any wastage. So how will you find HCF? I've already told you the shortest or the faster method. You take the minimum difference. Okay, you have numbers. When you have numbers which is given, you take the minimum difference. Where you get the minimum difference? You get it here, right? 13. If you take here, you'll get 26. If you take here, you will get 65, etc. So you don't want to bother about any distance or any difference. The moment you see, you understood that 104 and 117 is going to give you the minimum difference, 13. And what is the idea? What is HCF? HCF will be there in the factors of the minimum difference you got. Now here 13, you understood that it's a prime number, so you don't have much factors, right? So most probably 13 is possible. If 13 is not possible, only 1 is possible. And by looking into the answer choice, you understood that 1 is not possible here. It should be 13. Now if still you want, you can check. Anyway, you need to divide here, right? So you can check. How you check? You need to check whether all the 4 numbers is divisible by 13. Then it is your HCF. Okay. Now what you need to do is, before that, you read the next part of the question, the maximum number of pieces. So anyway, you need to divide. If this is your HCF, after confirming that this is your HCF, if you need to see maximum number of possible pieces, you need to divide, right? So let's do that division first with 13, right? So if you divide by 13, you will get 6. If you divide by 13 here, so 78 plus 26, right? So 78 plus 26 is 104. You don't want to divide it completely. So 6 plus 2. 26 means 2. So 6 plus 2, this will be 8. 117, 104 plus 13, right? So this will be 9. 169, anyway, you know 13 into 13. So 13. So all is divisible. And when you divide, you understood these are the quotients. That means this many pieces are possible from all the different rods, right? So 6 is possible from the 78. 8 is possible from 104, 9 is possible from 117, 13 is possible from 169 with a maximum length of 13. And what is this 13? This 13 is nothing but your HCF. So what is the idea? You need to find the HCF because what they asked us to find out the maximum length which is possible without any wastage, right? After that, they're asking you how many possible pieces are there. What you need to do is you need to cut and see how many pieces are there. So take out each rod and divide by 13. You see how many possible pieces you can get from each rod and add it up. You will get 36 as your answer. Okay, in this question, what is given? What is given is there are 3 bells, right? So let's take it as 3 items or something like that. 3 bells, each toll at intervals of 9, 12, and 15. That means the first one will toll in the interval of 9. That means every ninth minute, the first bell will ring or toll, right? So 9, 18, right? 27, like that it will go. That means every ninth minute. Second bell will ring or toll in the 12th minute. That means 24, 36, etc. And next bell, the third bell in every 15th minute, right? 15, 30, 45, etc. So what you are looking for is basically you are looking for a number here which is a multiple of all the three. Not just a multiple of all the three, because you need to find when they will toll together again for the next time. That means immediate number, right? That is the least common multiple. There can be many multiples, but you need to find the least common multiple. So this is also an application question. You need to find LCM. Okay, so you need to find LCM. When you find LCM, 9 and 12 and 15, you will write 9 as 3 square, 12 is 4 into 3, so you take 2 square only because 3 is already taken, 3 into 5, so you'll take only 5. So if you do this, you will get LCM as 180. So you got LCM as 180 and 180 minutes. So after 180 minute, it will ring again together. All the three will ring again together. Why? Because 180 is a multiple of 9. So the first bell will ring. It's a multiple of 12. Second bell also will ring. Third bell will also be ringing because it is also a multiple of 15, right? 180 is a multiple of 15. So after 180 minute, it will toll together again. All the three will toll together again. Now one more information which is given us at 8 a.m. initially all the three toll together. All the three ring together at 8 a.m. So now what you need to do is add 180 minute to 8 a.m. You will get it as 11 a.m. So next it will be at 11 a.m. Okay. Now what is given? They have given, they're asking what is the largest number which can divide 513, 783 and 1107, right? 513, 783, 1107. Basically, you need to find out HCF. The largest number which can divide all the three numbers, you need to find HCF. Direct question. But how will you start off with? Either you will prime factorize or you will divide like this, right? You see the common number, but it is going to take some time, right, to identify the common number and all. You'll have to check the divisibility, etc. But what the method that we have discussed, I told you, you find the common difference, you find the least difference among the three numbers. Okay, from where you'll get the least difference. If you look here, you understand that you will get 270 as the least difference here. See, this method is going to be very useful when it comes to bigger numbers. I told you, you find the least difference, your HCF will be there in the factors of the difference. The idea is HCF will be there in the factors of the difference. Most of the cases, the difference itself will be your HCF. But here it's a typical case. I have taken this example to discuss with you the concept little more so that you can understand much more about this concept, right? So the idea is, you got the minimum difference, your HCF will be there in the factors of this difference, right? You don't want to bother about any numbers, you don't want to bother about any other numbers. I am confined to 270 now. Now what are the factors of 270? Let's take few factors. 270, 2, 135, 3, 90, 5, 54, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 10, 27, etc. It will go. Okay, so let's see what is going to happen. So let me discuss the method first. I told you your HCF will be there in the factors of the difference. So you got the difference as 270. 270 is the highest factor, right? So you need to check whether 270 is your HCF. How will you check? You have to divide three numbers with 270. No, that is not possible. So this is ruled out. 270 is not your HCF. Then what you need to do? You need to check for 135, right? The moment you see this is 5 and these are 3 and 7, this possibility is also ruled out. This is 0, so that possibility is also ruled out. You cannot divide by 90. You cannot divide by 54 also because it's an even number. All the three are odd number. You cannot divide by 30 also. Now you need to check for 27. So 27, if you check, it is divisible. 513 is divisible by 27, 783 is divisible by 27, 1107 is also divisible by 27. What does it mean? 27 is your HCF. And this is what they are asked to find out. What is the largest number which can divide all the three completely? 27 is the largest number. So this is very much useful when it comes to bigger numbers. Sometimes you get co-prime number where your HCF is 1, okay, but what you will do is you may not understand these are co-prime number and you keep on, if these are bigger number, you keep on trying to find out the divisibility and it may take some time, right? This method is easily applicable. So the moment you see the numbers like 513 and 873, you see the difference and see the factors, you can mark the answer. Okay, so let me give you a number: 17, 19, 20. What is HCF? Take the common difference 1. There is no other possible common factor here, only 1. Okay, so 37, 38, 512. You don't want to bother about 512 and all, just take the difference, that is 1, that is your HCF. Okay. What you need to find out? You need to find the least number exactly divisible by 12, 15, 20 and 27, right? Least number exactly divisible by 12, 15, 20 and 27 means you need to find LCM, right? So what is 12? 12 is 4 into 3, so I get 4 here and 3 here. 4 into 3. 15 means 3 into 5, so I get 1, 5. Already 3 we added. 20 means 4 into 5, so 4 is there, 5 is there. 27 means 3 cube. Okay, so I need to take it as 3 cube, right? So your answer is 20 into 3 cube, that is 540, right? So what does this mean? 540 is the least number which is divisible by this, this, this and this. So if the question is about find the least number which is exactly divisible by this, means you need to find LCM. Basically you are looking for a number which is divisible by 12, 15, 20, 27. There are many such numbers possible. You are looking for the least number, that's why you are finding LCM. So in other way, 540 is the least common multiple of all these numbers, right? After 540, if you take 1080, if you add another 540, that is also a multiple of all the 4. But we cannot take that because we need the least number. If you again add 540, you will get 1620. That is also a multiple of all the 4 numbers, but we cannot take it, right? So what we need is the least common multiple. Okay, now what is in this question? What is given in this question? It is about traffic lights, right? So different traffic lights will blink in different time. Okay, that is given. One is at 48 second, next is 72 second, then 108 second respectively. If they all change simultaneously at 820 hours, then what time will they again change simultaneously, right? So at 820 they all change simultaneously. Now we need to see next time when they all will change again, right? When they all will change again. That means I am looking for a number, right? I am looking for a number which is divisible by 48, divisible by 72, divisible by 108. Why? Because if it is divisible by 48, then only this light will come. If it is divisible by 72, then only the second will come. If it is divisible by 108, then only the third will come. So the number which I am looking for is a multiple of all the 3. But what I need is the next, very next, that means the first one. So I need to find LCM, right? So what is the LCM of 48 and 72 and 108 is what I need to find out, right? So what is 48? 48 I can write it as 12 into 4. So it will be like 48 if I need to write 3 into 2 raised to 4, or I can write it as 16 into 8, right? What is 72? 72 I already we have already discussed it. 8 into 9, so 2 cube into 3 square, right? 108, we know this is 27 into 4, so 2 square into 3 cube. So if you find the LCM, we'll see the common numbers. Highest power of 2 is 2 raised to 4, highest power of 3 is 3, right? So 3 cube into 2 raised to 4. This is nothing but 16 into 27, right? Okay, so what is the value of this? This is 432, okay? So 432 second. What does it mean? Now, after 432 second, all the 3 will change simultaneously, right? 432 second means how much, how many minutes? So we need to convert into minutes. So divide by 60, you will get 7 minute and 12 second, right? So after 7 minute and 12 second, it will change again. What does it mean? So initially it was at what time? It was at 8:20. So you add 7 minute to that. So your answer is 8:27. Your answer is 8:27. Okay, now in this question what you need to find out, here also 40, 42 and 45 are the measure of their steps. So what is the minimum distance each should walk so that they can cover the same distance in complete steps, right? Here also you need to find LCM because you are looking for a number which is a multiple of 40 and 42 and 45, and you are looking for a minimum such possible number, right? Least possible number. So you need to find LCM, then only you can cover it in a complete step. It must be divisible by all the 3, right? So you'll get answer here as 25, 20. Now you can have a reverse approach also. When you have answer options, you can try, you can check your options also. Rather than finding LCM, you can check with your answer options also. If you can take out 25, 20 and divide by 40, yes possible, 42, yes possible, 45, yes possible. Okay, but the problem is in this question, if you see, the next option is 50 and 40, right? If you try for 50 and 14 also, all the 3 are possible. Again, next option is 75, 60. For 75, 60 also, all the 3 are possible. Next is 180. For 180 also, all the 3 are possible. But okay, see, the point which I need to tell you is there is not only one number, there are many possible numbers are there, but what they're asking is the least possible number. So let's suppose if this was your first option. Now if you are checking from options, you may find that okay, all the three is correct. Immediately before you marking, you just have a look into the other options also. Otherwise there is a possibility that you can mark a wrong answer, because if you, otherwise you don't want to bother about this, you don't want to bother about 100 now, but at least you need to check for 50 and 25. Okay. Now, what is the next question? They're asking you to find the greatest possible length which can be used to measure the length 4 meter 95 centimeter, right? Then 9 meter, then 16 meter 65 centimeter. Okay. So here also you need to find, because you are looking for greatest length. The moment you see that, you need to find out HCF, right? So you need to find HCF. Convert the meter into centimeter and you can find HCF, right? So this will become 495, this will become 900, this will become 1665. Based on that you can find HCF. You take the least difference and based on that you can find the value. What is the next question? Here also you need to find out HCF only. HCF for 496, 403 and 713, right? So here also you need to find HCF and we know the method for that. Now in this question what you need to find out, what is given, the circumference of the wheels are given, right? So 7 by 3 and 13 by 4. So what is given is 7 by 3 and 13 by 4, which is the circumference of the wheels. So here what you need to find out is LCM only. Okay, so here LCM of fraction, you know that LCM of numerator divided by HCF of denominator. What is LCM of numerator? 7 into 13, that is 91. What is HCF of denominator? 3 and 4, you will just take the difference, you will get 1. So answer for this question is 91. Now in this question, they are asking you to find the highest number less than 2000, which is divisible by 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12, right? 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Okay, so they are asking you to find the highest number which is divisible by all the 5, which is less than 2000. That is the condition. So I am looking for a number. I am looking for a number which is a multiple of all the 5. That means that number must be divisible by 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But till now what we used to find is the LCM, and LCM was the least common multiple. Here we are asked to find out the highest common multiple less than 2000, right? Highest common multiple less than 2000. So what we need to do is, how will you proceed? You find the LCM first anyway. So here you need to find LCM. Now how will you get LCM? 4, this is 2 square, right? 2 square. Here you get 2 into 3, so I can take 3 only. Here because already we have taken 2 2's, here there are 3 2s, so I'll make it as 3. Now 10 is 2 into 5, so I'll write a 5. This is 4 into 3, so 4 is already there. 3 is also there. So this is nothing but, right, what is this value? 24 into 5, this is 120. Okay, 24 into 5, which is 120. So 120 is the first such possible number. What does it mean? 120 is divisible by 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But this is the least number. What they're asked to find is the highest such possible number less than 2000. So we need to find that. What you will do, you know the idea, you have the idea that 120 is there. What is the next number? 240. What you will do? You will add 120. What is the next number? 360. What you are doing? You are adding 120. So you know that this is a AP with the first term 120 plus a common difference of 120, right? Common difference of 120. So you know in this series all the numbers will be a multiple of 120. So we are looking to find a multiple of 120, the highest multiple of 120 less than 2000. What you need to do is divide 2000, okay? Divide 2000 by 120. See what is the remainder. You will get remainder as 40, okay? So what does it mean? There is an extra of 40, right? There is a number which is completely divisible by 120 plus 40. So if you need to get that number minus 40, you will get 1960. So 1960 is the last number less than 2000 which is divisible by all those numbers. 1960 is the last number. Now in this question what is asked to find out? Find the largest 4-digit number divisible by 45, 50 and 30, right? So largest 4-digit number divisible by 45, 50 and 30, right? So what is the idea? Here in the previous question they have told you less than 2000. Here it is less than 9999. So what we need to find out is multiple of these three less than, you can write it as 10,000 also, not a problem. Okay, so first you will find LCM, right? Now how will you write this? This is nothing but 15 into 3, so 5 into 3 square. Okay, 50 how will you write? 2 into 25, so this is basically 2 into 5 square, right? 30 how will you write? 2 into 3 into 5. So you got a 5 square here, you got a 3 square here, right? You got a 2 here. So 5 square into 2, that is 50, 50 into 9, which is 450. So what does this mean? 450 is the first possible number. 450 is the first number which is divisible by 45, 50 and 30. But what we need to find out? The highest 4-digit number which is divisible by all the three, right? Or which is the multiple of all the three, right? Or which is the greatest multiple of all the three among the 4-digit numbers. So how will you find it? Okay, so 450 is there, so 4500 will also be the multiple of all the three, right? You're just multiplying by 10. So if 4500 is there, 9000 will also be there. You're multiplying by 20, right? So 9000 is there means 9900 will be there. Or you can add just like this, 9000 plus 450 will be there, 9450 plus 450 will be there. So 9900 will be the last possible number. 9900 will be the last possible number. If you add 450 again, if you need to get the next term, you need to add 450 again. It will cross 10,000. It will be 5 digits. So your last possible such number is 9900. Or how will you find it? You divide 10,000. You divide 10,000 by 450. See what is the remainder. You get remainder as 100. You get remainder as 100. And then what you need to do? Subtract this 100 from 10,000. You will get 9,900. And you understood that this is the greatest number which is possible within 4 digits. So what you need to find out here, you need to find out the least 3-digit number which will give a remainder of 6 when divided by 8, 9, 10, right? So I'm looking for a number which when divided by 8, 9, 10 leaves a remainder 6. Okay, I can write it as 8a plus 6, which is equal to 9b plus 6, which is equal to 10c plus 6. So this is something which we have already discussed. Remainder, same category, the type 1 that we have already discussed, right? So what is the answer for this question? LCM plus remainder. So here it is 6, so LCM plus 6 will give you the answer. And since what they're asked is least 3-digit number, they can ask you the highest 3-digit number also. So what is the LCM here? If you need to find out, you'll write it as 2 cube, 8 is 2 cube, 9 is 3 square, 10 is 2 into 5, so I'll write it as 5. So this is nothing but 45, 45 into 8. So you get it as 360. Okay, so 360 is the least 3-digit number which is possible.